Standard form. Standard form is in the form of ax plus by equals c. We've been working with the y-intercept form and the y equals mx plus b. And we're going to get equations like these examples in the standard form that we're going to need to change to y-intercept form. So I'm going to show you how to do this. It's 2 steps, sometimes 3 if you have to reduce fractions. So the first step is to eliminate the x term by doing the opposite operation to both sides. So if I look at my first example, 4x minus y equals 1, this is eliminate the x term by doing the opposite operation to both sides. So to eliminate it, I'm going to do the opposite on both sides. So the opposite of positive 4x is negative 4x. Those cancel out. Now I'm just going to rewrite what I have left, which is negative y equals negative 4x plus 1. I can't add 1 and 4x because they are not like terms. Now I'm just going to divide through by negative 1 because that's what's the understood number that's right there. So divide by negative 1. And each term you're going to divide by negative 1. So those cancels out the negative 1. Y equals negative and negative is a positive, so that's now positive 4x, and negative, positive, and a negative make a negative, so this is now negative 1. Okay, so now I have an equation in the form y equals mx plus b. Y equals mx plus b. So my m, the slope, is 4. B, the y-intercept, is negative 1. Now I can take this information and graph it on a graph. First step is to plot your y-intercept. My y-intercept is at negative 1, so starting at 0, 0, right here, I'm going to go down to negative 1. That's the first line. So there's my y-intercept. Now I'm going to use my slope, which equals 4 over 1, to go find the next point. So I'm going to rise 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to run 1 to the right to make a positive line. I'm going to do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, run 1, and I've made the line for that equation. Okay, let's try the next one. First step, eliminate the x term by doing opposite operation. So I'm going to do the opposite of this plus 11x, which is minus 11x, to both sides of the equal sign. That gets canceled. Left with negative 8y equals, can't add or subtract those together, not like terms, negative 11x minus 48. So now I need to go through and notice let's divide both sides by the coefficient of the y. So I'm going to divide both sides by what? By negative 8. Every term by negative 8. Those get canceled. Y equals 11 over 8. I'm not going to change that to a decimal. I'm going to leave it as an improper fraction. Both the numbers are negative, so it becomes positive. And then 48 divided by 8 is 6. And since both numbers are negative, it becomes positive as well. So now I have a slope that equals 11 over 8 and a y-intercept that equals positive 6. So I go to my graph starting at the origin. That's at 0, 0, and I go count it up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is my y-intercept. Now I need a positive line, but I can't count up to 11, so I need to count down to 11, or down 11 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now I need to go which direction to make this, excuse me, a positive line. Well, if I move right, that's going to end up making a negative line. If I move left, that will make my positive line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll come out here, even though there's not enough graph. I'll just make it enough. And so I have my line. No, it's not very straight, but that's okay. All right, so 2 steps and you're pretty much done. Let's look at it, the next one. 11x plus 4y. I'm going to subtract 11x from both sides. 4y equals negative 11x plus 32. Now I'm going to divide each term by the coefficient of y, which is just that 4. 4 is being multiplied. Excuse me, that's not 11. Copying stuff over. It's 4. So y equals negative 11 over 4x plus 8. So I have a y-intercept of 8, slope was negative 11 over 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's right there. Count down 11 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now I need a negative line, so I have to go to the right 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and put a point. Now I have my line. No, it's not straight. It's okay. All right. Next one. Subtract by 4x on both sides. Left with 5y equals negative 4x minus 10. Then I'm going to divide by 5 each term. So y equals negative 4 over 5x minus 2. b equals negative 2. m equals negative 4 over 5. I'll go to negative 2. Count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need a negative line. So I'm going to go left. 1, 2, 3, 4, excuse me, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That makes a negative line. Okay. All right. We'll do these two equations in class. That's in class. All right, let's go ahead. Let's number these. Let's number these really quick. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, moving on. We'll go to using y equals mx plus b and a given point. Okay, it says at times you'll be given a point and the slope or y-intercept. You can use that information to write the slope y-intercept equation for the line. Remember, the x and y are the coordinates of the point. So it's just a step, right? To write y equals mx plus b, you're given a slope or y-intercept and a point xy. Substitute the given information into the y equals mx plus b. If you know the slope, sub it in for the m. If you know the y-intercept, sub it in for the b, and sub in x and y for the point. Solve for the missing variable. Now have the slope and y-intercept, write the equation y equals mx plus b. All right, so let's look at what I'm talking about. So, all right, y equals mx plus b. Fill in the information that you're given. So this is 2 is my x, y is negative 4. So I'm going to plug in that information. Negative 4 equals, I know my slope, so that's negative 1 times the x plus b. So now I'm just going to work this equation to solve for b. So negative 4 equals negative 2 plus b. How do I get b by itself? I do the opposite operation of the negative 2, which is add 2. That gives me negative 2 equals b. So my y-intercept is now b. My y-intercept is negative 2. So I can now rewrite the equation for the line that goes through to -4 with the slope of -1. That equation is y equals -1x minus 2. Now let's do another one. Start off y equals mx plus b. There's my x, there's my y. Now I'm going to fill in my information that it's given me. So it gave me a 0 slope, gave me 5 for y, and it gave me 2 for x. I have to find the y-intercept. So 5 equals 2 times 0 is 0 plus b. So that's just b equals 5. So y equals, has no slope. So 0 times x is just 0, so we're not going to write that. And our y-intercept is 5, so the answer is just y equals 5. Right, let's look at this will be number 1 again. 2, let's look at number 3 in this section. Number 3, y equals mx plus b. Fill in my information. So 1 equals 1/2 times 3 plus b. Okay, so do the work. 1 equals, that's just 3 over 2 plus b. Or you can say this is 1 and 1/2. 1.5. Now we're going to subtract 1.5 from both sides. Cancels. This is -0.5 equals b. So rewrite y equals, my slope is 1/2 times x plus my b is 0.5. I'm going to put it back into fraction form. This is number 4. This says do -1, 2 parallel to y equals 2x. So if two lines are parallel, then they have the same slope. So the slope equals 2. They are the line that we're trying to find is parallel to this one, so it has the same slope. So y equals mx plus b. Fill in the information. This 2 equals 2 times -1 plus b. 2 equals -2 plus b. Add 2 to both sides. Doing opposite operation. So b equals 4. My equation is y equals 2x plus 4. This would be number 5. Y-intercept is 0. And slope is -1. So y equals mx plus b. Write in what I know. It doesn't give me an x or y, so y equals y-intercept. Slope is -1, so that's m plus 0, so that's just y equals -x or -1x, either or. 6. Y equals mx plus b. Fill in the information that is given you. It says y-intercept is -1, so that's -1. Parallel to the y, -5 over 2 x plus 5. So the slope is -5 over 2 for this one, -5 over 2. This is x. So that's all we had to do. Okay. Number 7, doing class. Okay. You'll have a quiz on Tuesday over these notes, so come prepared.